Protagonist, a fancy word for saying main character. Every show has a protagonist, whether you're watching a telenovela, soapy, or movie. There will always be a protagonist in it. And guess what? Today we're going to be telling you about our top 5 anime protagonists.
What's up, guys? We're Aquan, and we're back with another discussion. Yes, it's been a while, right? But we're finally here, and we're here to talk about something that gets a lot of people heated, right? Main characters, right? The protagonists of your favorite series. We're here to rank them. It's been a while, right? As we said. So, guys, how have you guys been doing on your side? And are you ready to make some people upset with your lists?
Definitely, mate. Definitely. It's all about breaking people's hearts nowadays. Nothing's going well. Really amped for this. How about you? Hey.
Yeah, you guys be talking about protagonists, but it seems like you guys are the antagonists in this video. Dang. Relax, jeez.
Yeah, man, we are the antagonists. As Mist said, it's about breaking people's hearts nowadays, man. That's how Attack on Titan is so famous, man. Isayama, that's what he does. You get me?
Wow, this guy.
That's what he does. But yeah, guys. So obviously, as we said, we are here to rank our top 5 main characters in all of anime, manga, and all that, right? So actually, guys, who wants to start?
I think I'll start. So, it's not really a big list. If I must be honest, when you first said that we have to have like 5 characters, I was like, 5, bro. I can give you 3 or 1, because from what I've seen so far, there's only like a few that I can say I actually like in the whole of anime. If I must be really honest, like I'm strict with these type of things. I'm like, nah, you don't have this to get on my side. But yeah, I have 5. Believe it or not, I know even I'm surprised. My number 5 favorite protagonist is Tanjiro from Demon Slayer.
Rather interesting number 5 right there, man.
Yeah, Tanjiro from Demon Slayer. In all honesty, I think he's a really cool character. I like this character. When I watched the show Demon Slayer, I was like super hyped. Oh my gosh, it ended. I'm like, oh, I wish there was a season 2. And like as time progresses, a lot of people's opinions start affecting your opinions. You're like, wait, is Demon Slayer really overhyped? Is it not that good? But then I sought out to find myself. One day I sat down. I was like, hey, wait, let me read the manga. I read the events that happened. Straight after the whole scene where they ride the train, preceding the whole movie arc. I read that till then, and I've read until I think season 2. I was like, Tanjiro, you have potential, kid. It's like, you're strong, but I just don't like you as much. Like, if I must be honest, you have sympathy for demons, the very same demons that you're supposed to be killing. Like, if you guys,
You weak.
basically,
You weak.
it's like you're weak, bro. You can't fault in these type of things, bro. Muzan did that to your family, and you feeling sorry for people? Nah, not this side. For some of you that don't know, Tanjiro's from Demon Slayer. It's a really great anime. I think it was anime of the year 2019, if not 2020. It's really amazing. Go check it out. It's about this kid. His family gets slaughtered by demons, and then he becomes a demon slayer. The end. Yeah, that's pretty it. Yeah. So Tanjiro was my number 5. He's an amazing protagonist, but as I said earlier, it's that compassion for me. It just doesn't work well for me, bro. You out here hunting demons. You're not supposed to feel sorry for them. It's get straight to the point, kill them, get what you need, and it's over. I don't know how you guys feel about that.
That's rather good. I'm not even gonna lie to you. After your explanation, I'm like, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all. It totally makes sense. After your explanation as to why you've placed them so low on your list.
Yeah, and my number 4 is Edamame from Great Pretender. Hey, if you have anything to say, please don't say anything. Thank you. Anyways, so Edamame is from my brother. This is the new anime I watched a few weeks ago. It's Great Pretender. It's amazing. I did a video on that. Link in description. Edamame is from Great Pretender, and honestly, Great Pretender is the anime that cons you. It's flippin' amazing. It's one of those Netflix anime that's worth watching. Believe it or not, as I said, link in description. Check it out. Edamame. When we first start off the series, he's this rather timid kid. He's trying to find himself in this world. He's figured out that, hey, I'm gonna do the wrong things for myself. It's all gonna be about selfish gain. But over time, this guy changes. It's not just like emotional. It's not just the emotional side that changes, but like him as a whole changes. You know, he's finally developed this complex where he's like, hey, man, my life has been horrible, but it's time for me to get back. He's a typical protagonist that becomes the antagonist of the show. That's what I love about this. You know, I think that's why I ranked him as number 4, my top 5. You know, obviously like everyone else above him has traits that I prefer as a person and as a whole, but Edamame is that protagonist that gets the job done. You know, obviously he overcomes his obstacles. He realizes, hey, O's are pushing me over, people are pushing me over, my time to turn the playing field. And that's what I love about him. You know, it's just, I think it's the beauty of that anime as a whole. You know, Great Pretender, how people can change from time to time. It's just like the whole psychology and mindset of people. It's just really phenomenal, you know.
That series sure changed your life, bro. The way that you're talking about it, man. I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, the main character that you are talking about, he is very interesting. And as I said, I do promise to give this series a try. Surely when I'm done with Full Metal Alchemist, because that's next on my list. But yeah, I know I haven't watched this yet. You guys wanna talk about that, right? Chill. But yeah, man, most definitely this guy of yours does sound interesting.
Don't worry, you're not alone then. A hasn't seen it either. You know, A hasn't seen it. A, do you want to say something?
Oh yeah, no. I was just saying that's actually quite an insight, especially since he just watched this. So that's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. Shows that, yeah, this show could actually be really interesting. So thanks for the insight, man. Probably will check it out.
Finally, we're getting to the big boys, the main protagonists for me, the top 3. These are my favorites. So number 3 for me is Senku Ishigami. My gosh, one of my favorite protagonists. I think this will be biased take, but hey man, you did ask me who was my top 5, right? So Senku Ishigami is he's the smartest anime protagonist, if not one of the smartest anime protagonists or anime characters. I think Senku he's the embodiment of so cool. You know, he's like that cool genius in class. You know, back in high school when you have that science project and you'd be stuck in a group of people that don't really know what they're doing, and you just happen to know that in the next group there was that one smart cool kid that everyone knew. This Senku is the guy. Senku is the main man when it comes to brains. It's like, for him it's brains over brawn, and he's so charismatic. You know, it's not just the brains, it's everything about this guy and his catchphrase. And that catchphrase alone just gets you hooked. You like, flip, this guy is making progress, and he's just changing the world. Senku Ishigami, you know, smart, ridiculously smart. In fact, A would tell you, dude, Dr. Stone is something that you should not sleep on. Or it's like, if you love physics, or if you don't even like physics, but you just wanna explore something, you watch Dr. Stone. It's pure hype. There's no science fiction in it. There's no powers.
Yes.
There's no mystical things. It's just pure facts, science, mathematics, and that's the beauty of this anime, honestly. And the beauty for this character is like he overcomes things with his brain, and he's like, you know, he's your typical Luffy. You know, he impacts those around him, which is really cool. Even the bad guys in the show eventually look up to this kid, like, hey man, flip. You know, that's what I love about Senku. That's why I ranked him at number 3.
Yeah, man, most definitely. I've heard positive things about Senku, you know. Now it's also good to hear that you are speaking good about him as well. I haven't watched Dr. Stone, not for any particular reason as to it being bad or whatever, but like the reason why I haven't watched it is because you said it's only on its 2nd season, and I'm waiting for it to like build up. It's not something that I'm rushing to watch. But yes, I've heard that he is anime's Einstein, right? Or even smarter than Einstein, bro. You guys tell me. But like, yeah, man, I am definitely interested in this character. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I mean, the design itself, props to Boichi for that one, because Senku does look dope just from his appearance, right? And I'm not surprised to hear you say that he's a great main character.
Yeah, I'd like to add on that, Senku is definitely that one dude that you would definitely need in your science project. In fact, he would be the dude that does everything and you just have to talk. All in all, Dr. Stone is a really great show. I think you should actually give it a try. As much as, yes, it's only on its 1st season, but the story so far and how much Senku has gone far is pretty phenomenal. So yeah, man, I think that is actually a very interesting choice to actually pick, actor to pick. So yeah, man, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome.
I mean, it's like Senku says, get excited. I told y'all my bottom three, well, 4, 5, 4, and 3. Now we're going on to number 2, one of my favorite protagonists, and everyone knows the song of the show, the opening of the show. Everyone knows it. Of course, my number 2 is Izuku Midoriya, or better known as Deku.
It's actually, I am, to be honest, shocked that he's actually at number 2 for you, seeing that My Hero is your favorite series, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. But let's hear the reasoning behind it. I'm really interested to hear the reasoning why he is not number 1. Damn.
Deku, like you mentioned, this is one of my favorite anime. My Hero Academia, like, I'll be honest, I love this show. I love it till I don't know, till the end of time. I will love My Hero Academia. But Deku as a protagonist for me is not that amazing. I mean, sure, I relate with the dude. The dude started off quirkless, he's been told by the world, hey, you can't do this, you can't do that. And I mean, I've been through that myself. Like, I've been told a lot, I can't do this, I can't do that. I've been looked down upon. And I guess that's life, mates. That's life. But just being able to bounce back up. That's why I put him in number 2. Because we watched season 1, episode 1, and he still, even though he knew that he didn't have a quirk, he still bothered to ask the one hero that he looked up to the most, All Might. He asked him, can I still be a hero even without a quirk? That part for me was just touching. The dude knows that there is no chance, but he's still asking. That's why I put him at number 2, really, because it's just from episode 1 to where we are now in the manga, or even the series, there's like a whole lot of growth happening in his life. The guy is learning new things, trying to handle his quirk, and I think that's cool. But like the one underlying factor why is it number 2 is because he's a crybaby. I guess sure, the guy complains a lot. Flip, he's like, not necessarily he cries a lot, really. He's like, oh, I can't do this. It's not, that's not befitting for someone that has the power one for all. The trait of the person that has that quirk should be, charismatic, upright, forever brave, never looking back. And for sure he's brave, because what we saw in season 1, episode 1, he still went out to help Kachan when Kachan was in danger, and I think that was amazing. It was phenomenal to see. But I think it's just that that crybaby part, bro. It just doesn't work for me from time to time. Like, sure, I love it, it adds element to the show. Like, hey, this guy's just a kid. We realize, hey, this guy's going through the most all his life. He's been looked down upon. Even his supposed best friend looks down on him. It says a lot as a character. He's grown from that. Does he have what it takes? That's the question. Does he do what's necessary? Does he do it? Like, he's willing to put his life on the line, but what's the point of putting your life on the line if it's meaningless? It's like, sure, I want to help you, but then I just don't know what to do. But yeah, that's why he's at number 2. Like, I don't know, you guys can hate on it. No, I don't really care. It's my choice. I'm surprised that you even made it this far in the video. But hey, that's my number 2. By the way, I love My Hero Academia.
Very interesting answer, man. Very interesting answer, and I do understand you. Those who know me know that I hate crybabies, right? Especially when it comes to anime and manga. And yeah, as you said, bro, Deku is that crybaby. Although he does grow. You feel me? He grows. Slowly but surely, he grows. Deku, you're number 2. Pick, man. I want to see who's your number 1, bro.
I'm just as interested. I am just as interested. Although, yes, Deku. So, honorable mentions?
Now, hold up. Before we even go to honorable mentions, just want to put out that this kid does put in the work. Don't look down upon him just because I said all of those things. I mean, Deku puts in the work. We've seen that in season 1, when he was training for the UA entry exams. The man's been putting work. That's why he's at number 2. He's not just there because of the crybaby. While others are sleeping on their talent, this man's putting work. Because we've all heard that saying, hard work beats talent when talent is lazy. And this is Deku. Honorable mentions. I think, for me, personally, like I mentioned earlier, if it had to come down to it, I would only have 3 people on this list. But my honorable mention is the one and only Saitama. Flip, I love that guy. It's just, I don't know, it's funny. He's funny, and it's so lovable. It's a whole show. One Punch Man, just watching it, it's just like, hey, man, the show has that beautiful blend, of comedy and action. It's right there. That is my honorable mention.
Surprising that you'd have Saitama as an honorable mention, but I'm not going to say too much. But it's sad that we don't really get to see him, that often in the series. That's all I have to say about the honorable mention. I mean, we all love Saitama, but we love to see more of him.
Who would hate on Saitama, man?
No, let's get to number one. This protagonist is my, is my all-time. Not my all-time. I'm lying if I say all-time favorite. But he's proven himself. This guy, this one man, has proven his worth from the start of the show. He's become someone that no one can truly understand. He's become someone that the world hates at the moment. This man is none other than Eren Yeager.
Solid number one. That's all I had to say. Solid number one.
In all honesty, I don't have to go too deep into Attack on Titan because I'm sure everyone's watching that show. Like, let's be honest. So I'm not gonna say anything about the show. But Eren, as a character, as protagonist, I think it's flipping phenomenal. This whole growth that we've seen. In season 1, he was that kid, I'm gonna kill all the Titans, and then he dies. My gosh. The guy dies, and then he comes back as a Titan, and everyone's like, hey, it's Eren. I love seeing that. He had his moments where he was weak, where he tried to be stronger, where he got stronger. But then it's just this season alone, this recent season, just shows that everything from the start paid off, From Eren saying that he's gonna kill all the Titans to where he is now. It's like, hey, Eren's changed, At first, Eren was that good kid everyone loved. He's like, hey, Eren, can you please carry my milk for me? And Eren would be like, yeah, for sure. Eren has changed. Well, that's what everyone sees. But what do we see? Blitz, what do you see when you see Eren now?
I see a man who knows what he wants. That's what I see when I see Eren Yeager. A man who's willing to do anything to get what he wants. Damn, Eren Yeager, you're number one, bro. I'm still happy about that. I'm not even gonna lie.
Not gonna lie, man. That was a good choice. Great choice. Wow, that's a great ass choice.
I love the fact that I don't even have to explain why he's my number one, and everyone just be like, yes, this definitely end of discussion. That's like a great thing, and I just want to add to what Blitz mentioned. I also love the fact that Eren is willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants, and that's what I really love about him. He's realized, hey, this isn't child's play. War is war, bro. Doesn't matter what side you're on, you just gotta do what you gotta do. That's what I love about seeing Eren. That's what I love seeing in Eren, in fact.
Solid list, man. I'm not mad about it at all, especially with that number one, Eren Yeager. Most definitely, in my opinion, one of the best, one of the best written characters in all of anime and manga. No bias to Attack on Titan, you feel me? But yeah, man, solid ass list, bro. Flipping good list. I really enjoyed your list, man. Alrighty then, I shall go next. At my number 5, he comes from the big 3, right, of shonen. Everybody knows this man, right? He's everybody's favorite ninja. Naruto Uzumaki is at my number 5, guys.
Oh, yes, sir.
I thought you were gonna say Goku for moments.
But yeah, man, Naruto Uzumaki goes to number 5 on my list, man. Everybody knows I love Naruto. It's one of my favorite series. It's my number 3 favorite series right now. Everybody knows he's everybody's favorite ninja, as I mentioned. The growth that we see, we follow his journey, man, from the age of 12, the way he was brought up, man, to see the way that he fought that, and became, fought for his dream to be Hokage, bro. You feel me? And the love and compassion that he shows towards other people, seeing that none of that was given to him, bro, it's honestly, something to marvel at, because Naruto is easily a character who could have just decided to become a villain through the way he was brought up, you feel me? The way he was treated, you get me? That's how many villains are born, the way stories are told. But with Naruto, it's different, man. And yeah, as I say, I really love this kid, man. Seeing him grow up, conquer every single challenge that's within his path, man, it's just something to admire, you feel me? He's one of, as I said, one of the best characters out there, you feel me? Some might argue and say he is the best, you feel me? But I don't want to go that far. But yeah, man, Naruto Uzumaki is my number 5, guys.
I must say, Naruto Uzumaki is definitely one of the greats, the goats, for a reason, man.
It's hard for me to like main characters in shows, right? Mainly because most of them are written the exact same way. Obviously, having different backstories before that starts up a whole argument. But now onto my number 4. Not a lot of people know this guy, right? But he will be known this year as he gets an anime, right? And it is Denji from Chainsaw Man. The reason why I placed Denji at number 4 is because he is a deviant man of the old shonen style, right? You know the shonen traits of all main characters, right? Happy-go-lucky, always inspiring, and all sorts of stuff, you know, the cliche stuff. Denji differs from that, man, in Chainsaw Man, bro. Like, the reason why I like this dude, man, is he's, as I said, he's different, and as I say, he's so real, he's so honest, bro. Like, he speaks what's on his mind. You get me? Even the way he's just a fun ass character, man. If you do watch Chainsaw Man this year, you'll see it, bro. There's no way you won't be entertained by Denji, man. He's one of the few main characters that actually entertain me. But yeah, man, how he carries his father's burdens as well, man. It's something that I admire. Yeah, I don't want to spoil it all, but as I said, the way in which he carries his father, shoulders his father's burdens, and all sorts of stuff. The way he walks through just the entire story, the development with Denji, bro, it's hella insane. And I also love how he's not protected by the plot, bro. There's no plot armor when it comes to Chainsaw Man, bro. Like, dog, as I said, it's a very different show. I really enjoyed this 97 chapter, well, for part 1 of Chainsaw Man, because getting a part 2, but tried my best not to spoil. But Denji is number 4, man. All right, so now moving on to the top 3 guys, right? Now this guy also hails from, you know, people might actually say that I'm biased towards the old school, you know, anime, but it's not like that at all, gents, trust me. My number 3, right, also hails from the big 3, right, of shonen, right? And right, everybody knows him, Monkey D. Luffy. Yeah, he is one of the first main characters that I genuinely liked. You know, because as I said, it's hard for me to actually like the main characters. But Luffy, even though he's, you know, from the big 3 and shonen in general, the way, as I said, in which these guys are similarly written, it's with Luffy, bro, the shonen trait hits different. You guys all watch One Piece, or you're following One Piece in some sort of way, and I'm pretty sure you know what I'm talking about when I say this, man. But like, man, Luffy is just, bro, like, knows when to be serious when it's needed, even though he's full of damn jokes, bro. Like, you know, it was so irritating at the beginning of One Piece, bro. But as I said, Luffy is a reliable character. He's a character who you can trust to get the job done, bro. You feel me? He'll do his part, and he'll trust that you do yours. You feel me? He completely trusts those who are around him. You feel me? And I admire that a lot, man. Because, you know, in this world, you can't trust nobody, right? And to have the amount of faith that Luffy does, I mean, to put in the amount of faith that Luffy does in other people, man, it's really, really different. You know, I do get a lot of complaints about people saying Luffy not being a good captain or whatever the case is. I'm just asking you to sit down and actually think about what you say. Look at Luffy's actions, bro, right? Look at Luffy's actions, man. The way in which he carries himself, you feel me? Even though he's full of jokes. I mean, like in terms of when he's needed, you feel me? Luffy will always pull through, bro. You know, some might argue, cough, cough, plot armor at some points. But nah, man, it's because there's a reason to all that, man. But yeah, man, Monkey D. Luffy, guys, at my number 3.
I'm still beginning with One Piece, but what I've actually seen so far is that this guy, this guy is really everything that you would ever want. Well, what you wouldn't expect from a captain, which is pretty cool, man. I think he really brings the whole vibe to the whole story. He brings this different joy, and there was this one scene when he was fighting this one other captain. Cannot actually spoil, but this is where I just saw that this guy would do anything and everything to attain his one goal, which is become the Pirate King, and that he is the most humane but yet, you know, joyful being there is on this planet, man. And he would do everything and anything to make it where he wants to get, man, and do it for the right people, which was pretty cool, man. That's what I gotta say. Luffy's that guy, man. Luffy's just that guy.
Yeah, for sure. He's an amazing character. Like, no doubt about that. Really amazing, astonishing guy. He's actually one of my favorites. Like, whenever I see him, he cannot smile, bro. It's like, whenever you see him, you're gonna have to smile because he just lightens up the mood.
Man, I'm happy to hear the positive feedback about Luffy as a character, man. It's just, yeah, it makes me happy, man. Seeing as I was one of those dudes who actually rejected One Piece in the beginning, but ended up loving the show. But yeah, guys, on to my number 2, right? And the top 2 right now. But this is gonna, it's gonna it's gonna make me look bad, right? But guys, at my number 2, he was mentioned earlier on in someone else's list, man. At a different spot to where I'm putting him. But guys, even though it is my favorite series, Eren Yeager is my number 2 favorite main character.
What's this? What's going on right now? What are you doing, man? I thought that we were all in agreement that Eren is number 1. Why number 2?
I'm sorry to cause be the anomaly, but man, as I said, Eren is my number 2, right? As missed mention, right? This dude, seeing him develop, the character development is what really stands out for Eren, man, when it comes to me. Because yo, bro, the way I hated this character, bro, and for him to turn into something that I really love, dude, it is insane. You guys know how much I hated season 1 Eren, season 2 Eren, season 3 Eren. Bro, the crybaby Eren, bro, always crying. Him not being reliable when people needed him, the amount of people that died because of Eren, and him not, dude, it was just frustrating. But for him to turn that, complete 180, bro. And for me, like, dude, it really amazes me, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. Like, as you said, look at him before and look at him now. 2 completely different people. Still the same Eren Yeager, but 2 completely different people, man. And I admire that a lot. In my opinion, man, Eren is one of, top 2. No, top 2, bro. Top 2, best written characters in all of anime and manga. Because, there's just no debating that. I'm sorry, I don't want to hear no complaints, no nothing. But yeah, guys, Eren Yeager, even though Attack on Titan, my favorite series, Eren Yeager stands at number 2.
The funny thing is, he's not like when he says that he hated Eren. He hated Eren a lot. Look, bro, it got to me at some point. I just listened to this guy, be like, yo, remember he'd ask me, yo, bro, so you watched Attack on Titan? So who's your favorite character? I'd be like, oh, it's Eren, bro. He'd be like, oh, Eren. Get on my side. I'm like, nigga. This guy hated him. He's not lying when he says he hated Eren. Like, he really hated Eren. But I'd walk anywhere and be like, how much I hate Eren, bro? Useless. I hate that guy.
Yeah, bro. He's not lying, bro. Like, the way I hated Eren, bro. Like, hey, dude, it was bad, man. It was really. I even feel bad about it right now, thinking, like, yo, man, I really hated this amazing ass character. But yeah, guys, Eren is my number 2, right? So now I've got a few honorable mentions, people who didn't make this list, but were certainly worthy of making this list. And my first one, I've got 3. My first honorable mention goes to Light Yagami from Death Note.
son, now you're speaking my language. Now you're speaking my language. Right now, I hear you. I hear you. Before I didn't hear you. Especially with that BS that you talk about Aaron. That's cool. It's cool. We'll let that slide. But now, bro. Keep it going, G.
Just making me laugh, bro. Oh, flipping heck, man. But yeah, man, Light Yagami, bro. You want to find out why Light is a great character? Go watch Death Note. Right, only 48 episodes. And my number 2, right, honorable mention is a person that you guys don't know. Well, I'm assuming that you don't know, but it is Sung Jin Woo. Sung Jin Woo from Solo Leveling. Those who read Solo Leveling know how much of a beast, man, Sung Jin Woo is. But my last honorable mention, you guys know him or know them, right? It is Asta and Yuno from Black Clover.
The loudest Asta, the loudest dude on this planet. I'm sorry, in all of anime, that guy is the loudest of them all. I don't know what it is. Is he a speaker? Is he a demon? One will never know.
Now my number 1, right? This character, right, stands above them all. He stands above them all. Right? And it's going to be a bit anticlimactic, seeing as I'm pretty sure you guys don't know who he is. But the rest of the world know who he is. Some way, shape or form, they've heard of this man. Whether it be a meme, whether it be in some sort of way, they've heard of him. Right? They know this name. Right? And my number 1 character, guys, it is Guts. Right? It is Guts from a series called Berserk. Now, the reason why I put Guts above everybody else is because, man, I'm not gonna spoil the show at all, right? Because I really, really want you guys to read Berserk and experience for yourself why I put Guts above everybody else. Yes, and I mean Guts, Guts. That's his name. This character, bro, he is just, you know, when I said top 2, there's a reason why I said top 2, bro. When it came to, you know, best written characters, it's because this dude for me is number 1. I always say to especially those that talk to me about, you know, anime and manga and everything, like when they ask what's the best story that you've ever heard, whatever the case is, I tell them that Berserk might just be the greatest story ever told. And the reason why I say might and not is the greatest story ever told is because it's not finished as yet. Believe it or not, it's one of the oldest manga, you know, but it's not even done yet. Yeah, man, onto Guts as a character, bro. This dude is just flipping phenomenal, bro. Like, as I said, character development, bro, is something that stood out in Eren. With Guts, bro, it is right up in your face. You cannot, it's impossible to miss it. You feel me? Another reason why I think the reason why Guts is my favorite character is because he is so human. And they make it clear in the show. It is something that is reiterated over and over again. Guts is so human, bro. Like, he is so relatable. Especially seeing that, in a way, I'm similar to him in terms of, like, you know, characteristics. You know, as you guys say, a serious person, you know, rarely smiling. And all, like, bro, Guts, it's you treasure it whenever you see him show a bit of emotion, you know, and just the things that Guts has been through, guys. I can't even, you cannot name a character who has been through way more than Guts has. And dude, and he is still able to smile regarding everything that he has been through, bro. Like I tell you guys, right, Berserk is obviously rated 18. There's a reason for that, you know, as I said, the things that Guts has been through, bro, there's just nobody else that can there's no other character that you can bring to the table right now and convince me to move Guts from the top and replace him with whoever else there is. It is just impossible, right? Berserk is greatness, and I'd love for you guys to try it, to see why I put Guts above everybody else. And one day, I pray that Berserk gets a proper anime. I think that's the reason why this series is not known that much, is because it has had terrible adaptations, my bad. And that's why it's not as popular as everything else. But guys, believe you me, give Berserk a try. You will love it. It is guaranteed. You are a fraud if you do not like Berserk and you say that you have read it. It is impossible. But yeah, guys, that's my top 5, man. And yeah, I'm sorry for the Berserk promo at the end, but it's just that I love this series so damn much. Love this character so damn much. But your list is next, bro.
Well, for me, guys, I'm not gonna lie. Your typical top 3, your typical big 3, your Gokus, your Narutos, your Luffy D, monkeys. Unfortunately for me, I just don't resonate with any of those guys. In fact, my guys are a bit more of the dark side, if I may say so myself. But my top 5, dude, which was really hard to actually come about. But yeah, man, yeah. Number 5 on my side, man. As Blitz has mentioned him before, it is Light Yagami. Light Yagami, the reason why he is where he is on my list is because he's the perfect example of if one person gets too much power, they can actually end off losing it. And we've seen that, man. This character slowly decays in his character and who he is. He has to even question what is his moral justice and what is justice in the lateness term, which is kind of crazy, man. I was kind of shocked of how things happened, but all in all I could say is that Death Note was one hell. Sorry for the cussing, but one hell of a well-written psychological manga and anime adaptation. If not the best, except for the Netflix one. We don't talk about that here. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. That's it with Light. I'd like to go into depth, but we are running out of time.
I expected a very, very different list from you, and I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. This is different. You mentioned it. You said you're on the bit of a darker side. So I'm interested to see who the rest of these characters are on this list.
So for number 4, man, this kid, we've seen him really, yeah, man. We've seen what things could happen to a person if they lose the one that they love so much, which is the typical anime thing. But right now, number 4 is Thorfinn from Vinland Saga. Hope you guys know this guy. Hope you guys are aware of this.
Please do not spoil Vinland Saga. It is one of the animes that I'm looking forward to watching the most, mainly because it relates to Vikings. But do not spoil, bro. I'm watching you. Do not spoil anything about Vinland Saga, man. Please.
All good. It's just that Thorfinn is quite a character. And by the way, I prefer you to watch the anime, yes, the first season, but that is just the prequel to the actual manga. So I would suggest you actually read the manga to understand the full story. But who we have here is a young lad who really went through the most, man. And how he has developed in his character is something that is worth, wow. I'm just saying, I wish that I could give you an in-depth analysis of this character, but this is the problem. It would lead to spoiling, and I cannot do that. Not right now, not right. I wouldn't be doing any justice for anyone if I were to spoil it. But you'd have to watch that for yourself to actually find out exactly why Thorfinn is where he is. Although, I might say that, yeah, man, that guy got hands, man. he's good. He's good with sharp objects. So, yeah, man, that would lead me to my number 3. Number 3, I don't think anyone knows about this show. I think people might know, but they might not know. And it's a Netflix anime. Sorry, guys. Okay, there's no need to bombard on me. This is actually Terra and Resonance number 9. Yeah, that's his name. His name is 9. I would actually advise you guys to watch it. If you guys liked Death Note, I think you guys would also like the story, because our protagonists are not necessarily your typical good guy antagonists. In fact, they're the complete opposite. There are the type of dudes that would come up to your crib, really mess up your life, but not in a violent way. So Terran Resonance is actually not a shonen or anything of that sort. It's more of psychological, so you shouldn't be expecting any shinigami, any powers, any curses, Jujutsu Kaisen, or anything crazy out of the ordinary. It's just a matter of using your mind. Basically, if it was Senku and Light Yagami put into one, but are terrorists. So yeah, there's that.
Flip, bro. You just mentioned that it's Netflix anime, and that's like phenomenal because people are sleeping on Netflix anime, bro. Because they flipping amazing.
I just want to say, screw Netflix anime. I'm not a big fan of Netflix anime, as you guys know. Since you guys strongly recommend the one that A is talking about, and Great Pretender, I will give it my time, but it still stands. Not the biggest fan of Netflix anime. I'll just put that out there.
Hey man, I don't blame you, Blitz. I really don't, because I mean, I was watching Seven Deadly Sins, and it just keeps getting worse by the season. And number two, man, guys, I'm sorry, but this anime is my classic, forever a classic for me. It's literally Cowboy Bebop's cousin, Samurai Champloo. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have actually heard of it. It's pretty much, your very typical, pretty chilled story, man. So yeah, man, we have Mugen. Mugen is how should I put this? He's the cool guy out of the trio. He's what if Luffy D Monkey would be if he was cool. If you get what I'm saying. If he was part of the hip hop style, man. I'm just saying this guy brings in a fresh vibe to him. He is just the better version of Killer B if Killer B just didn't rap so much, if I may say so. So yeah, man, that's just who he is, man. And this guy has gone through so many issues and so many trials and tribulations that he's actually managed to become the swordsman that he is today. And he's just such a G, man. I must say, I promise you, if you guys were to actually take a picture of Mugen and put it next to Luffy, you would barely see the difference. Okay, you would see the difference, but you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying, right?
I'm also not surprised with that ranking because we do know. Well, I've known you. I think I've known you the longest, so everything for you is like Samurai Champloo, Samurai Champloo, Samurai Champloo.
Yeah, man. I've heard positive things about Samurai Champloo for sure. Mainly that, the main character there can somehow, I don't know how, he can apparently, hold his own against Afro Samurai, which I don't believe.
Oh, trust you me, I'm pretty sure he can, man. I'm pretty sure he can. There's a reason why he is the way that he is. So yeah, man, the most unpredictable too. So you need to understand that there's actually a contrast between the two protagonists, but that's for you to actually find out when you watch it. So honorable mentions, man. Just didn't really think about them, but yeah. Number one, it would have to be Mash from Marshall, which is a manga which was recently released by Blitz, which is your typical. If you were to actually take Saitama and Mob Psycho and put them into one dude in a world full of magic, but he's just the only powerless one. You know how those OP unpowered those are? Yes, that's exactly one of those.
I've heard some positive things about Marshall, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's slowly but surely getting to me. The urge of, try it out and see what it is. You feel me?
Yeah, man, it's very funny. It is just one of those, wow, this guy really this powerful, but yet he has no power. So yeah, no magic. And for number two on my list, it has to be Mob from Mob Psycho. Pretty sure everybody knows Mob. Pretty chill dude. You know how it goes. So for number one, guys, this man came a long way from where he began, man. And this is just one quote from his side that I'm not the protagonist of a novel or anything. I'm just a college student who just likes to read. Like you can find anywhere, but if, for argument's sake, you were to write a story with me as the lead role, it would certainly be a tragedy. This man right here, man, is the one and the only Ken Carnegie. The only dude that I believe was supposed to be the original Eren Yeager if Tokyo Ghoul was done right for the adaptation, to be quite honest.
Man, I don't know this guy. I've heard of Tokyo Ghoul, of course. But the reason why I don't want to try it is because apparently it ends badly. But yeah, this quote from this character, bro, it just seems so damn deep, bruh. Damn, bro, breaking the fourth wall, dog.
It's ridiculous that the character said that. Also, that Tokyo Ghoul ended off horribly, but apparently it's because it deviated from the manga.
Yeah, most definitely. Tokyo Ghoul for me is the one manga and the one manga that I actually fight for the same way that Blitz fought for Berserk. The reason why I also believe that Berserk was done dirty is because of the manga, how the manga was made, and I mean, wait, because of the anime and how it was adapted. And unfortunately, it's just not the cool thing, man. But yeah, it was unfortunate that in the anime side, Tokyo Ghoul was only good for about 2 seasons. The rest of the seasons were just badly written, badly paced, and just a whole lot of things. But if you do read the manga, you do get to explore Ken Kaneki in a different light, man. This guy had one of the most, from the beginning of the story, he was one of the most humble, down to earth dudes you could ever think of. And that one night, that one incident that changed everything, his whole life, that's where he just had to question himself. When I say this man is a deeply rooted character, I'm not talking just off the bat. I'm just saying this guy really, really had some development, and he really, really had to fight for what he has right now, man. And in all honesty, man, I have to commend him for that, because he's one of those characters that had to do the Jaeger. Let's just call it the Jaeger, guys. I'm just saying, when the protagonist turns into the antagonist, I'm just calling it the Jaeger now. Is everyone with it?
Now that's something that I'm rolling with, man. It's actually dope. It's called the Jaeger now. That's dope, bro.
Yeah, so hence why I'm just gonna say it's the Jaeger. But yeah, guys, in all honesty, Ken Kaneki, you guys should actually try reading that manga. Tokyo Ghoul is a very good manga, and to be quite honest with you, I'm just kind of disappointed of the reception it got in terms of the anime. But hopefully there will be one day where somebody, Mappa, could actually redo it and adapt it well enough for everyone to love it. But that's it from me, man. That was my number one, my top 5.
Man, I know how you feel about, getting a good anime adaptation, man. I mean, adaptation. Why don't I keep saying adaptation, but adaptation, bro? Like, I long for the day, bro, that Berserk gets a proper anime, man. Like, you don't understand. Like, this series would be the best thing out there right now if it had a proper anime, man. But, we're waiting for it. Hopefully someday it will come. But yes, guys, those were our lists of our top 5 main characters in anime and manga. So now, it would be really interesting if you guys were to drop your top 5 in the comments down below. If you made it this far into the video, of course. As we always say, man, you want to like the video, greatly appreciate it, drop a like. If you want to dislike the video, we're cool with that too, because, it's feedback at the end of the day. But Mist, man, you know how you do it, man. What you always say, bro.
Like I always say, what you know about anime? Boy! Oi, mate, you made it this far, eh? It's a good one, mate. Give yourself a pat on the back, mate. Give yourself a pat on the back. I just want to say I'm really, really, really impressed. And that's all I say. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for everything, for the likes, for the comments, for the sharing with the friends, and just for being part of the team, being part of the fam, and just everything, So really, really want to give this moment on to you guys. We wouldn't be here if you weren't here, mate, and we're really appreciate it right now. So from me and everyone else, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. But definitely we're gonna be pushing content for you guys. Definitely we're going to be pushing, We know you guys want to listen, you want to watch some funny stuff, you want to something's funny. We don't even put funny stuff up, what am I saying? But yeah, definitely thank you guys from the bottom of our hearts.